Here across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game, it leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Into the secondary again. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Past the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
From the 36, Rodgers. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On play action. Now Rodgers. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the give, this is Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Cup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw here. It's hauled in by Shepard.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running left, it's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll run on 1st down. Akers.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's at the 50. The 30.
Come on, bring it, baby,
10.
bring it.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. After After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is caught. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Akers hit. He coughs it up.
And who's got it? The Giants!
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And I think the ball's out.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on, baby. I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And down he'll go at the 25. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Now this time he'll look to throw. There, that's complete to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And all the way can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second and very short, Rodgers.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Out of bounds at the 59-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
Now Rodgers. And Woods has it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Giants, They inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for L.A., their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.